Hello and welcome to another Bitsbox unboxing video. Today we're going to be looking at the ADP Escort ships for the Covenant. It's quite a heavy feeling box actually, so we'll crack it open and have a look what's inside. So, a nice pile of stuff. A Spartan Games leaflet for various systems involving boats, ships and other things like giant horrible spider creatures, I'll give that a miss, fighting each other. We get 4 formation bases for 12 ships that come free to a base, so no more no less than what you needed. A pack of dreams filled with stat cards, tokens and other such things, and a little baggie full of ships. So we'll have a look what's in the ship baggie. These guys actually look bigger than I thought they would be. So we'll just rustle these out. First things first, they're a one-piece model. Hooray! Second things, they're actually quite nicely detailed little one-piece models. For the sins of the prophet, guys, this is what the underside of an ADP looks like. In case you're wondering, I know they've been asking for a while, not sure if Spartan got back to them about that, or free for free, but these guys are quite nice actually. They're a simple design. There's no overly ostentatious detail on them, but they look pretty cool. And they look better in formation or escorting alongside a ship, as is their wont. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with these. Minimal flash to clean up. You can just see some along there, along here, and inside there, and just a little bit clean up at the end there. So that's our ADP models. Let's have a gander at the rules. So we've got these stat cards, and we've got a big old pile of formation bases actually. Wow. Stat cards. Oh, that's actually a lot of stuff to go through. So we have the standard ADP tri-formation for 20 points, making it the cheapest. Continuing the trend of everything Covenant get being really, really, really cheap. Or just getting progressively cheaper. Now, comparing these to the trusty line formation of Corvettes, what do we get? In fact, actually, the closest analogy to the tri-formation of ADPs might be the Arrowhead formation, actually, because the damage track is the same for the Arrowhead, 3 for free, build rating 1, and around about 20 points. Now, the ADPs get less point defense than the line formation. They get a lower first and second damage track. They still get cloaking. They get a slightly higher move on the ADPs, and they don't get hangers. That's the other one. Actually, the entries are a little bit jumbled up on each one. Now the plasma torpedo value of 6, slightly controversial. A lot of people feel that's way too much for way too cheap, but they are fragile. If you need to, you should be able to kill them, but they are elusive and cloaked, so it might be tough actually to put these down. Comparing the torpedo values, then they get no plasma cannons, but they get 2 extra plasma torpedoes and cost half the points, and get a really nice special rule. Any ADP escort formations in a battle group can add their point defense to that of any capital formation in the same battle group, but only when missiles are attacking it. So, yep, this is actually quite similar to Spartan's other game systems. The ADPs can, if you've got a few bases of these supporting, say, a CCS, and someone tries to missile DACA that CCS, you can add their point defense to it and basically put an end to that. Pretty nasty. Now, that's not the nastiest thing about the ADPs actually. The main thing is they work very well as upgrades. Now, let's have a look at our CPV here. He gets, with one ADP in tow for 20 points, he gets plus 2-point defense. Damn. +1 defense arrays, +1 last damage track, +1 to build rating as well, naturally, and +1 security detail, and an extra 4 missile dice. Scary. So yeah, the ADPs give a big boost to point defense and torpedoes. Obviously, it's not going to boost the plasma beam. It's not going to give any plasma cannon or hangars or anything, but pretty solid upgrade. That's pretty nice for the CPV destroyer. And then if we look at the Escort version, it gets another 2 plasma torpedo dice, but no increase in cloaking or point defense. It does get another point on last damage track, making it more consistent. 866 for 150 points. So this is now the same cost as CCS's basic, but it gets cloaking. You can have cloaked CPVs tearing up the field now. I personally think this might be my chariot of choice for the Minister of Etiology. Put him on there with a couple of zealots and just charge them up. That should be quite scary. Also, there's no build rating increase for the jump from Escort to Defended. So that is basically a 20-point optional upgrade that you don't have to remove support elements for. And it'll give you a little extra durability on the last damage track and more torpedoes and cloaking, which is basically a case of... It's nice, actually. It's a nice replacement for having to put zealots in to fill up points. Now you can just fill up points by giving stuff cloaking. Let's see, there's other stuff on this side as well. We've went through the DSC rules in the other DSC oriented review, so I recommend checking that out. We'll have a look at the RCS Cruiser next. So, acquiring my RCS Cruiser card, you can see here it gives a nice boost to torpedoes by taking it in Escort formation. +1 defense arrays, +2 point defense, so there seems to be a trend here. +1 on last damage track, and +1 security detail. So again, you know, it's a pretty solid upgrade for 20 points. Doesn't really do much for your plasma cannons, so they're still quite weak on the RCS. And it's now build rating free, so you can't take 2 of them in a battle group. But if we then look at the defended variant, again for 20 points and no increase in build rating, you get cloaking and a couple of extra plasma torpedo dice, which is alright. You know, the CPV is going to inevitably bring more because it's a plasma torpedo oriented capital ship, but 7 torpedo dice on top of everything else you get, it's not bad. I'd say that sort of ship is definitely more of a hunter of weakened ships rather than something that's going to try and crack through a titanium armor or something like that. Other than that, you get 1 on the last damage track, and naturally cloaking and torpedoes. Other than that, it is just pretty much the same, but it's an optional 20-point upgrade effectively. The CCS, again, we get a nice bump up in terms of defense arrays. That's +1 defense arrays if I remember my stats for the CCS correctly. Bear with me a sec, I'm just trying to dig through to see if I can find my CCS Cruiser card. It's got to be here somewhere. It shows how often I use CCS Cruisers now. To be fair, they're the only source of counter action Covenant get, so... Right. You spend 20 points, you get +2 point defense, +1 defense arrays. Nothing new there. You get 5 plasma torpedoes, and no other increase in firepower. But you get +1 on the last damage track, and +1 to your build rating, and +1 to your security detail. So all round, ADPs seem to be a lot more of a defensive boost. They boost the point defense, the defense arrays, and the armor and security detail of your ship. So less of an offensive boost than a whatchamacallit is a lioness. Oh, sorry, a supported variant. I mean, for example, if we compare the supported CCS, which is a 20-point upgrade, let's see, we get the same defense value, but not as much point defense. We get extra hangers, we get the same damage track, the same security detail increase actually, and we get extra plasma cannon while still having the same plasma torpedo value. So in that regard, I'd say the +1 build rating as well. I'd say the escorted variant isn't super powerful. I'd say possibly the supported variant is more competitive, if you will. But then you get the extra 20-point upgrade for the defended variant. Now bear in mind, it's now 190 points. Just shy of a reinforced one at 200 points, and just shy of an ORS at 200 points. So you have to ask yourself whether you're going to really invest that many points in a CCS, but if you will get cloaking. You will get a damage track of 875, and you'll get a healthy 7 plasma torpedo dice. Again, pretty standard according to the formula set by the other ships, but that's not bad. We've been asking for cloaking on a CCS for a while now, and we got it. So that's pretty much what the ADP is about. You stick on ships and it will give them cloaking if you put enough of them on ships, and if you stick it in a battle group it will add point defense on. It's more of a defensive boost than an offensive boost, so it does give you a nice complement of plasma torpedoes. Now looking at our complement of sheets, we get the, let's just have a look, we get 2 defended CCS, nope, 3 defended CCS, 3 defended CPVs, so that's quite a healthy complement. I'm guessing Spartan anticipated them being popular. Let's see, you get 1 defended DSC, oh, sorry, 2 defended DSC, 1 escort DSC, 2 escorted CCS, 1 escort, these are all over the place, aren't they? Okay, right. So 2 defended RCS Cruisers and 4 tri-formations. And then, yeah, 2 defended DSCs, 1 escort DSC, 1 escorted RCS, and 2 escorted CCSs. So Spartan do seem to be aiming this primarily towards the CCS battlecruiser. Overall, I'd say they're a very worthwhile upgrade for a Covenant Admiral, and they're very pretty little ships. I'm looking forward to painting them up. I'm looking forward to nice glowy effects all around them, a nice shiny purple scheme. And if you'd like to see any more unboxing videos, I'd forgotten what I was doing there, click on the boxes on screen and they should link you through to the appropriate videos. We'll see you next time, and we'll be hoping to get a bat rep out soon. I know we keep saying that, we do keep trying. And thanks for watching.